Yo,
What's happening, bro?
what's good, bro?
Uh,
Um, should we wait for the people first log on? Yeah, people are coming on.
you what?
Should we just wait a little bit for people to log on?
Bro, this is your thing. You tell me.
But
This is
we can
your
start a conversation, so like like how's things, man?
good, man. Good. You know, uh, you know how it is, bro. Up and down, left and right, but we good.
Okay,
How's things going on your side, bro?
that's all good, man. As you can see, I'm trying to grow a beard, but it's lacking on this side, bro. Like I don't know why. Like it only grows this side, but it doesn't want to grow this side. Like I don't know, man.
Patience, patience. Takes a while to
Hey,
grow these things, bro. Takes a while to grow
hey,
these.
I saw on YouTube, man, you need to like go do it like say December when you're not at work. Oh wait, hey Lebru, how's it? You need to like give your time like 2 to 3 weeks before you go to work, just to let it grow out because hey man, the beginning is like scruffy,
Yeah, you also need to comb it and moisturize that shit, bro. I,
eh? Yeah man.
day to day. Oh, yeah, man. So I don't know when you want to start. Must wait for some more people to come online or what?
Yeah, we wait for some people, but luckily I am screen recording, so I am gonna put it on YouTube afterwards,
Okay.
for people to watch later. So just hoping some people log on.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, but anyway, for anyone that logs on now, just note that you can send your messages through any question that you have for Cross. But yeah, let's start this.
You know,
Bro, like we know each other for long, bro. Like, tell my audience who are you.
tell who?
Tell my audience who you are, cause like we know each other. So
Yeah, man. Crossword, Sepum Twana, Crossword. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an MC. Back people are calling themselves trappers, and yeah, I'm an MC.
uh,
So yeah, man. That's I think those are the two spoken crossword. Those are the two definitions that I really want to put out there. Yeah.
right. So yo, man, like, hey, I don't know if my memory is correct, but the last solo project was like 2000. Yo, how many years back? Like 5, 7 years or something.
My last solo
Yeah.
I was 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago, like, we haven't heard of you as a solo. Yes, you did a group album, but like, what, like, why did it take you so long for another solo album project that you're working on now?
So a few reasons why it took me so long is because um, I think after I did Before Dawn, which was the last solo project in 2016, I felt that I felt like I needed to know more, right? Because I knew I had the music, I knew I had the talent, but I didn't know how to move. And that's very
Mm,
important. Knowing how to move in the industry, know how to what kind of moves to make in order to make sure music reaches the people and has the kind of
mm,
impact they want to have, right? So what I did was the long-term view was always to come back as Crossword and release a project, right? But what we did was I started this business called Anati Africa, right?
mm,
And I said, okay, cool. I'm gonna use this as a vehicle for me to learn, right? Because I need to I need to figure shit out.
mm,
So what I did was um, I started this business and I used Sons of the 80s as like the guinea pig, right? to basically test the model that we built, myself and Nolene. So what we did was we used Sons of the 80s and we recorded. It was me and Louis M songs, the Sons of the 80s, right? We recorded a song called Ndombenhle. Took that song and put it through the Anati Africa system. What that meant was then we plugged it everywhere. The song was getting played on a bunch of radio stations across the country. It was even on the Rams charts, on the Rams top 100 charts. This is independent. This is like, we're competing with the big names who've been around for forever. And, we played on drive time on national radio stations, on breakfast shows on national radio stations. And we were going and doing interviews at a bunch of stations across the country. We traveled, I think, 5-6 provinces just doing radio interviews. And we did TV interviews as well, and this was just literally me saying to the potential clients at the time, this is what we can do as Anati Africa, right? So, and in doing so, I was achieving my other goal, which was to learn how to move in the industry, right? And that I was smart with it, because while I was the artist in Sons of the 80s, when I'm on the phone and I'm sending out emails, I'm the manager, you know what I mean? So whoever's receiving me on the other side is, so the industry is a bit weird. Let me just slow down a bit. It's weird that the artist is treated, you're not taken as seriously as you should be, right, as an artist, until they view you as someone who has like a manager or someone who has a team around them. So that's why what we decided to do with Nolene was, whenever we moved as Sons of the 80s, she's the manager. She's the one who people go and talk to, right? And behind the scenes, when we're not moving or doing interviews or whatever, I'm sending out the emails, I'm making the phone calls. And when I speak to people, they know Nolene. So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm Tsepo, Nolene's colleague, And that's how we Sons of the 80s and made sure that, like, I'm sure you saw quickly that the duo grew, right? It grew very quickly. That's literally because we finessed it that way. We made sure that how we position ourselves, whoever's looking at it sees a professional team behind it. And we were professional, but it was literally only myself and Nolene. Louis was obviously making the music, right? But in terms of the business side, it looked bigger than it was.
True.
So it was just two of us. And so through that, I learned how to move in the game. I learned how to make connections and build relationships in the industry with strategic people, right? So the business then grew. Anati Africa grew far beyond Sons of the 80s. We did a lot of work with other artists, plugging artists on radio, plugging artists on TV, interviews, newspapers, the works, right? And so what then happened was we started managing artists as well, So we had Lucille Slade who were managing. She, like, we took that brand from, it was very quiet when she came to us, and asked us to manage her. So we took that and elevated it to a point where she's flying now. And then we had Cool Prince. Cool Prince, we're still managing him. And he's about to take off as well. And we did work with Amos last year. Amos has got like the biggest song in the country right now with Maporisa and Something Soweto, right? So we did a lot of work with artists in the background. And for at the time, I was just learning, bro. You asked me why it took so long to have another CrossFit project. I was just being a student of the game, learning how to move, learning how to position artists, learning the look, the brand, learning how to figure out your audience and how to reach them. I'm just like learning the whole time. And in that process, another reason why it took so long for Crossword to, or for another Crossword project to come out, or Crossword song. In that process, I kind of almost gave up on my dream and vision to be Crossword the star, you know. But I have a great partner who constantly just reminded me, yo, you the shit, you know. You know? She was always on my case about that. So what ended up happening is we started getting beats from Yams early last year, I think around this time, getting beats from Yambo, and just I didn't really work on them. I think I wrote like one verse, you know, and it was around the time when we stopped managing Lucille, where I was reminded of all the dope stuff you've done for other artists and all the great work you've done for everyone else. You have the talent, bro. Like, you can do that for yourself, you know? And that's when I went back and recorded. I did, like, you remember Rick Ross and Drake have this record called Gold Roses.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I did my own version. I called it Black Roses. There was like a moment where I was saying to myself and everybody who I've been watching grow that, yo, I'm coming for that spot. I'm coming for it, right? And that out on my social media. If you go on YouTube right now, search KRSWRD Crossword, and search Black Roses, you'll find there's a music video we did for that as well. That was just me reminding myself, more than anybody else, just reminding myself that I can still do this, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's why
I remember I saw the video.
You know?
I remember when I saw the video, I was like, the quality of this, I wish other rappers could actually see this video to actually understand the quality of shooting a music video. You don't need much, but there's the quality of the angles,
that's one of the things like in the past 4 years, one of the things I really learned was whatever you put out, it has to be something that a year later, 2 years later, you can still be proud of. Because prior to that, I'll tell you, prior to like 2016 and before that, there's some songs that I put out and maybe some visuals I put out where I look at them now, I listen to them now, I personally kind of cringe. But obviously, the people who really like my fans who love the stuff. But for me, I'm like, damn, I know I could have done better, you know? And so one of the lessons I learned over the years is whatever I put out, I need to be proud of it. It needs to be something I can live with, because at the end of the day, this is my art. And if I can't live with that, that's why a lot of my old stuff, you won't find them on Apple Music or anything. They're still on SoundCloud. Some of them are still on SoundCloud. But that's because I figured that whatever I'm doing now, I even changed how you spell my name. Remember, it was Crossword isn't like properly spelled. I wanted just to rebrand and change my state of mind as well. Like, whatever I'm doing now needs to be done to a point where 10 years from now, I look at it and be proud of myself, you know. I don't want to do any song that's going to compromise how I feel right now. You know, when you're younger, you take chances, you put out songs because you really want to blow up and do whatever is hip and happening at the time. But now I realize that quality is very important, and whatever I put out really needs to speak to me. I don't care what the hot sound is. I don't care who's got the hottest record and what it sounds like. If that shit me, I don't want to do it. I don't want to even be influenced by it.
So, what you've learned in these past years through Anati Africa? I know we spoke about it a while back. I called you. Would it be in the works to implement this to teach others? Or I know it's a secret, but But the other things
You
also,
know,
some people don't want to work anyway. So,
you know the thing is, bro, you go through everything and you realize that this shit is actually not a secret.
mm-hmm.
Not, there's no secret. There are no doors or gates in the industry, especially in this time when the internet has opened up the industry so much. There's no secret, bro. Everything is there. You just need to go and do your research. I I spend so much time just doing research, whether I'm watching videos and of artists that I'm studying, because I study artists, like these people that I actively study how they move. And you know, when you do that research and compile everything, you realize that this shit is actually not hidden. It's all there. Just but to answer your question, I'm more than willing to share information with whoever wants to hear, because um, I always do that anyway. Wherever I go, whoever wants to ask a question or whoever wants to know anything, I'm always open to share information. Um, I don't view it as this big secret. It's not a secret, bro. The game is wide open.
but, but don't you think that will kind of harm your business also?
How do you
Or
mean what?
won't it? If you give out the secret, don't you think like, yeah, I know, like you said, if you give out information, right? Don't you
Yeah.
think it would kind of like harm your business in a way?
Um, Not really, because so just to add to give you more context, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we actively not taking on as much work in the business this year. Actively, like intentionally rather, turning work away, because the focus right now is on building what is already there. That's Crossword, that's Cool Prints, right? Sorry. So we actively take, because we must never forget, I must never forget personally, let me speak about myself, I must never forget the end goal. The end goal was always to put Crossword out there to the world. That was always the end goal. And I forgot it sometime along the process. When you're running the business and the money's coming in and things are going well, you forget. You become comfortable in what is already there, and you forget the dream. But I'm fortunate that I got a partner that I have who constantly reminds me of that dream. Because I'm just to keep it 100 with you, bro. A year ago at this time, you probably would have never heard a CrossFit project come out ever if whatever was happening a year ago carried on happening. If I was still, in that space and frame of mind. But to answer your question, it won't necessarily harm the business. I think more than anything, if I still want to grow the business, sharing the information is going to bring me more clients, because because this thing takes time. Yes, it might look easy. It is actually quite easy, but it takes a lot of time. And everybody's got the time and patience to build those systems. It's taken us 4 years to build this business where I can open my laptop. I know exactly who to send the music to. I know exactly how to get it to them. I pull up my phone. I have the numbers. I can call them up right now. And tomorrow the song will play in whatever, channel. And that takes a while to build, first of all. So if for me, if I have to share the information, obviously I'm not going to say, oh yeah, this is this person's email address or this person's phone number. That's confidential information. I'm not going to do that. But I'm more than willing to say, hey, do that. You can, the game is open, bro. I keep saying this all the time. The game is wide open. I've got reps, and every year it's hitting me up. It wants me to help him out. And last year, obviously, I was very busy, and this year I'm still busy. And I told him, I sent him a message this morning. I said to him, yo, all I'm doing is using the internet. That's all I'm doing. There's nothing. Like this morning, I got a dope message, bro, from from a guy who discovered my music, or a person who discovered music on Apple Music, right? And so I like thinking where the people are from, and I find out the person is from the United States, bro. It's not like
Heavy.
I'm 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 not connected to people that side, but I find in the music, and it's all because of the internet.
I can relate to that, right? Man, like, if it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't have met you. If it wasn't for the internet, if it wasn't for the internet, I wouldn't have gotten an interview in America or meet with Yama Bielsa or meet with, yo, there's so many things that happen because of the internet, you know?
Yeah. Yo, my battery is about to die. Let me pull out my charger real quick, right?
Okay, okay, cool.
Yeah, people are
If there's
joining.
anyone out there, if there's anyone out there that still have questions, please send them through. Okay.
Just hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Charging. Oh, yeah, we back, bro. Sorry about that.
Yeah, yeah, we see we have a first question here, bro.
Yeah. What does it take to feature you? I'm not fussy, bro. Just like dope music. I'm not one of those guys who's got like a whole lot. Okay, maybe I do because I always want to find out what is your plan with the song. That's all. Just tell me like the song won't die on your laptop. It's gonna go out. Cause like
Yeah.
I've done so many features where like people just record stuff and they never put it out. And for me, that's
Mm-hmm.
my time. Let's do something that's gonna get out. So if it's a dope song, and you have somewhat of a plan for it, whether it's um, a music video or not even that, even just like if you have some kind of a plan to make sure it reaches the people, that's it. I'll have a long list, you know.
And that's also important. I mean, a lot of artists feel like if they feature an AKA or they feature a Provo or they feature a crossword, they feel like the track will carry itself. Whereas it's not your responsibility, bro.
Not at all, bro. Um, that's the thing. It's funny because I always watch local acts, like the big guys in South Africa, and they feature all these guys from the States, right?
Mm-hmm.
The funny thing is, they end up pushing the stuff themselves. So
Mm.
South Africa features American artists. The American artist never pushes the song in America. It's
Mm.
only the local guy pushing here locally. So what is the point? You might as well work
Exactly.
with the local guy because you're reaching the same market. It's not like that guy is opening you to a different market. For me, it's gotta be like if you're gonna feature, if I'm gonna work with Drake on a song or J. Cole on a song, those
Mm-hmm.
niggas better push that shit as well. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Doesn't make sense. So just to say, if people think like featuring Crossword, whoever is gonna make the song pop, no. Um, bro, there's so much that goes into making a song pop, and that's why it's not easy.
Mm.
Everybody would be doing it if it was easy, you know. How many songs, how many people have featured J. Cole on a song, and this shit didn't go, you know. It
Uh,
doesn't, but he's God, and you probably don't even know half of them because they didn't go. And even just bring it locally, like how many songs or how many remixes, you know, AKA and Ricky have jumped on that, just fizzled,
mm-hmm.
it's just fizzled out as well, you know. Bro, it's just like you gotta know that whatever you're doing and whatever you're building for yourself, you have to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Gone are the days of, okay, maybe they're not gone. They're still there. There's still people putting out stuff without substance. But I feel like the stuff that does last is stuff that has real substance.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So just make sure your shit speaks to people, bro. Firstly, it has to speak to you. I'm very selfish with my music. Like, my wife always asks me, like, who are you writing this for? I'm like, I'm writing it for myself.
Uh-huh.
Because we had a debate about, what was it about? I think AKA said something about he doesn't like his old songs, whatever the case is. And I was like, I relate to that. She was like, no, but
Mm-hmm.
you did it for the fans and what. I was like, at the end of the day, you do it for yourself firstly, and then you put it out to the world to share, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we had like different stances on who the music is for. And being an artist, it starts with me. I have to be happy with it. When I
Yeah.
put it in the world will consume it their way, and that's great. But at the end of the day, I did it for myself. It's therapeutic.
It's interesting that you say that, man, because I mean, there's a lot of labels. I mean, who's this cat? Kodak Black, right?
Yeah,
You heard like this music, right? Like me myself, I'm not impressed at all. It's just nonsense. But I mean,
bro.
I heard like, I heard like, dude can actually rap, and
Yeah,
obviously they are signed because they can rap. But then the label forces them to push out this nonsense. But yeah,
Kodak Raps, bro. Is dope. As far as as far as labels go, bruh, it's a tough one because I feel like if a label's gonna come to me and say, "Yo, sign a deal," right? You came to me because of what I've been putting out. So don't
mm-hmm,
tell me after I've signed, I gotta do what you want me to do.
mm-hmm,
I gotta keep giving you more of that shit that brought you to me. You know,
mm,
don't make me change. So if artists are changing because of deals, then it's the artists, bro. They don't have a backbone.
yeah.
Um, Also, like, why are you signing deals in 2020?
You know these
Why are we doing
anymore, man.
that, you know?
What I wanted to ask was, seeing that they were on the topic of uh, collaborations, are there gonna be any on your EP?
There's, off the top of my head right now, there's two songs that have someone else on a chorus.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of rappers, man, I wanted to do a song with Kuli Chana, bro.
Uh-huh.
Song with Kuli, and we spoke about it, but it didn't materialize. I ended up
I
doing
think.
the song by myself. So um, I think that was the only guy I was trying to feature really because I really like
Mm-hmm.
music. I like him as a person as well. Um, but it is what it is. Uh, I think my next single, not I think, my next single that I'm gonna drop is the one I wanted to feature Cooley on.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up doing it. You know what's crazy is that the day I wrote, because I wrote that verse. Remember I said to you I wrote one verse from the beats I got last year,
Mm-hmm.
the verse of the song that I'm talking about. And Cooley was supposed to do the second verse. And then I sent him the song, and like 2 or 3 weeks later, I'm listening to Metro FM, right? And I find out my song is number one on the charts. I Don't is number one in the charts, right? The same day on that same show, Cooley's a guest, right? And I'm sitting there at home. I'm like, This nigga didn't do my verse. He started checking the music. So I go home. And we're in Kimberley. So I listened to Metro at my sister's house. And I went to my mom's house because that's where I was sleeping. And it's like 11:30 in the evening. Mom's asleep. I pull out the headphones. I play the beat. And I'm telling you, I wrote that second verse in like, at most, 30 minutes. Because I was like, man, I'm going to show this nigga. I'm going to write the best verse.
But has he been in contact with you since then? Has he been in contact with you about the track since then?
No.
Alright. So what would be your favorite crossword track or your favorite crossword verse?
I've got so many. You mean on this project?
Yeah, or ever. I mean, you've elevated a lot of this project.
If you're talking ever, I've got so many dope records, and some of them are even lost. Like I had a song called Truth Is. I think I did it at your crib. I recorded it at your crib.
Yeah.
Truth Is was like fire, bro. I was like, I don't know how many bars that was of just raps, you know. And surprisingly, that song went to go and play on commercial radio. I was like, how are these people playing this song? Doesn't even have a chorus. You know.
Wait, Truth one that the 78 bar one.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Hey, remember that story, bro, when we were doing the 78 bar check? Truth Is. Remember what happened that day?
I don't remember at all, bro.
Remember you came out of my room? If it weren't for you, let me tell everyone here. Thanks to Cross, I'm still here, by the way. So anyway, so you came out of the studio, right?
Yeah.
Like checking on the road to the house's bar. Paul was on the laptop and he was busy with something. At that moment when you came to us, like, yo, how's this bar? You saw me passing out. So at that moment, I was actually choking on something. Remember?
Bro,
and
I don't remember, bro. Like,
and then you're like,
I think.
And you're like, Paul, and Paul checked. Paul took me off. All I remember was I felt someone beating on my chest and it came out. So yeah, man, if you ever came to ask for the bar,
yo, Truth Is saved your life, boy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
I remember that day very well, bro. I remember it was. I forgot the track's name. I always called the 78 bar track. But I remember you first titled it 78 bars. You didn't give it a name.
Yeah, it was Truth Is. That's crazy. Yeah, man, I've got a lot of favorite verses. But I've got one currently that's gonna be on the project that I really like. I forgot the old stuff because my mind works in this way. Like when I close, like there's certain memories and things that I just lock away and like forget. Because bro, are you still there? Are you there, bro?
Yeah, man.
So I got this verse. It's gonna be on the EP. Maybe I can do it for. When are you dropping this video on YouTube?
It depends. It could be today. Yeah, there's not much editing that needs to be done. I'm just gonna cut off the intro.
I'll copy the verse, but it's an exclusive because it's gonna be on the EP. It goes like strictly action, no relaxing on my side. Keep an eye on everybody who been absent while I grind. Photographic memory, I leave the caption on my mind. My mama hit my phone, she be stressing all the time. Could I blame her? The unstable life of an entertainer. This week I'm making money, but next week I need a favor. All the while, the strictly hating with a passion where I'm from. Jealousy and criticism and reaction, that's a norm. Always loving everybody who just average in their form. Never giving me the credit that I actually afford. That's alright though, I'm never slowing down, I'm on flight mode. My province only love you when you blow it up on idols. So I never stress on promoters, never pick a dude. My old crib was north side with the river view. My new crib is in the city where the killers move. So you know it's straight murder when I'm in the booth. Yeah, go something like that.
No, the capture line, bro. The
What?
capture line. The capture line, dog. That's a bar, dog.
Bro, that's my favorite verse right now. Um, yeah, I I'm still working on finishing that song, but it's gonna be on the project. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even know if I'm dropping a full body, bro.
Huh?
I don't know if I'm dropping a full body project or I'm just gonna drop singles.
How did the poll go? You were
People
doing
want,
a poll. You were doing a poll on do
I
people
think
want the album or singles?
75% want me to drop like the full project.
Mm-hmm.
But if
But
I keep, what?
nowadays like, nowadays what I feel like is like you have more longevity on the internet through singles.
Yeah. And also, I don't feel my fan base is, I don't feel it's changed much between the last time I dropped the project to now, numbers wise.
Mm-hmm.
Between 2016 and now, I don't think, because I hadn't focused on building the fan base or anything. I just left it as it was when I was focusing on the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't, yes, I don't is doing well. It's getting received quite well all over the world, you know, but I don't think the numbers reflect because it needs to make, I need to feel like there's a new market I'm reaching or new people I'm reaching. Yes, they are, because I can see the stats and see where the people are from and so forth, but it needs to translate even more, bro. I need to feel like there's a real growth before I say, okay, cool, here's a full body of work. But
Yeah.
with putting out the songs one by one as singles, I can build on that. Whatever I don't does numbers wise, the next song can build on that. Whatever that song does, the next song can build on that. To a point where by the time we drop this, because I think it's going to be 8 songs on the project or whatever, by the time we've dropped all 8 songs as singles, we would have built enough momentum, enough anticipation, and enough of a fan base to drop a full body of work. So
Mm-hmm.
it's still something that we're discussing, but I don't personally like. I feel like I just need to keep dropping singles, bro, because I drop a full body of work, I reach the same amount of people, and
Mm-hmm.
it has momentum for the first month, and then people start shaking for something else. But if I teasing them, keep teasing them, eventually, you know, I'll feel I'll feel the buzz. I'll feel you know, the response from people, you know, and I'll know that, okay, they're ready now.
And what's the spacing between the singles? Is it like 3 months,
Now I'm looking
six
to drop
months,
every month, bro.
every month?
Yeah,
Oh,
every
that's
month.
work.
Drop a single every month. Yo,
A video for each one.
yeah. But
So,
the video, how,
what's the? I saw you were shooting the Idol music video. What's the concept?
so when it comes to that video specifically, I said to the guys, I don't want the storyline because I feel the song says so much that if we do like a storyline, we'll end up losing a lot of the substance and the content in the song, right? And the song touches on so many different parts of my life and moments of my life that I feel if we try to put that in a story, visually, we'll miss the plot. So there's no storyline per se, right? There's a lot of performance shots. There's a lot of B-roll material, just like bro, there's no storyline in that video. You'll see stuff, it's dope, it's gonna be a dope video, but there's no acting or storyline or whatever, because the song says so much, bro, and I wanted the song to shine through the visuals.
Yeah.
You know,
And when can we expect it?
in March, yeah, in March.
So, you normally do the action to it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Do that. Do that. And you'll see, like,
Yo.
yo, Jay.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know what happened. My phone was falling. I grabbed it, and yeah. So you see, like, this. Remember, I said to you that there's certain things I also learned, for artists and shit. So there's a look that I want the new crossword to have, and this video is where I launched that look. You know, I kind of tease it on my social media. I think I call it the plus boy look.
Oh, yeah, I checked it out.
Yeah,
I was wondering, like, what's happening here?
yeah, it's a plus boy swag, bro. I put a couple of things that I enjoy wearing, and I said, instead of trying to be uncomfortable and have something that is not really me, let me put together these elements of clothing that I really enjoy. I love shorts. I love short sleeves, like no whatever tops. I love those sun hats. I love socks, bro. I love those funky socks. So I said, okay, cool. This is the shit I really enjoy wearing. In the past, I would try to conform to what the society would expect of a rapper who really spits bars to look like. You know, like, fuck, bro. I enjoy those colorful socks, bro. Put that shit on there. Put the Jordans on there. You know, put the Kimberly tops on there. Put my, that's the kind of hat I wear when I'm back home because it's so sunny. I wear that farm boy hat. I wear that shit, and that's just me, bro. So that's the look I'm going for, and it's different to what is already out there. You know, people all look the same. Everybody's got whatever look they have that's similar. I'm like, fuck, bro. I don't dress like those guys, so why must I try to have like whatever they're wearing? You know, let me just wear what I want to wear. And it might not resonate with some people, but what they will definitely know is when they speak about me and they don't know my name, they'll say, that nigga with the, because that's
With the with the sun hit.
yeah.
It worked. Yeah.
That nigga with the socks. You know, yeah.
Well, yeah, man.
Drop the crossword merch soon, including the socks, by the way. We want to have like crossword
Nice.
socks dropping soon and t-shirts and shit. Yeah.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
So is there any message you want to give out to the people, my man, before we go?
Yo, follow me on Spotify. Same name, crossword, KRSWRD. By the way, I don't know if you've heard, Pizza, when he back announces my song on radio, it's the funniest thing. It says, yo, that was KRSWRD. I think that was hilarious.
I find it Pizza isn't even older than you yet, bro. Because he's like he's always looking for new acts to jump on trends.
Yeah, I think the time will come. The time will come. I think also because I only have one song out, people want to first maybe see like what else do I have, you know? And at the same time, it's like it's not really like I'm not aspiring to do a song with DJs, but if it's there, I'll do it. But it's not like right here on my wall here. I'll show you. I've got a vision board right there, you know,
Yeah.
and on my vision board, you know. So if Speedster hits me up or any DJ hits me up, I'll do it because I love making music, and I love making music for people who know how to put it out. So I'll do it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm not like hitting him up on the DM saying, "Yo, bro, put me on a song, bro." Nah, none of that. But if he hits me up, we'll do it definitely. And it'll be smash, you know.
Mm-hmm. Really. Do you
That's
feel any type of
what
pressure?
I'm is go out and
Do
stream Crossword, bro. I got the hottest song out right now.
I forgot to ask you this, bro. Last question. Do you feel any type of pressure, like back home, when you're in Kimberley? If cats roll up to you and like, "Yo, Cross, put me on, man," or "Cross, like, can you pass my demo on to whatever, whatever, you know?"
The funniest thing is, I don't know if people or artists back home what perception they have of me, right? But I was saying to one of the guys I was speaking to from Kimberley that it's so strange that over the years, if you look at my catalog, I've featured on my own catalog more Kimberley artists than I've been featured by Kimberley artists.
Mm.
And then the word over the years has always been Crossword doesn't want to work with artists in Kimberley. But I'm saying go through the catalog and see the features. But go through everybody else's catalog. They don't feature me, and they don't even call me up for a feature. You know? But that's one thing. Right now, I don't even want to do features right now because I'm focused on my project. But my point was just that I don't feel like I owe anybody anything. Also, if anybody's reached out and asked for help, I've helped them. But if people don't reach out, you only get what you ask for, bro. If they don't reach out, then I'm not gonna be the one being Father Christmas. Hey, let me help you out there. No, bro. So when someone reaches out and asks for information or how to do certain things, I'm always open to give that information. But at the same time, bro, the other thing I'm doing with CrossWord I want to share with you is I've been saying to clients, even during the peak of the Night Africa, I was saying to clients that I'm gonna show you guys, I'm gonna do like a social experiment almost. But when I'm ready to put out my music again, I'm going to show you guys these things I've been telling you to do. I'm gonna show you how effective they are. These things I'm doing right now with CrossWord, the moves I'm making, are things I've been openly sharing with people for the past 4 years. But people don't go and implement, And I always felt like, man, I'm wasting my time sharing this information because niggas are just gonna listen and say, "Oh yeah, that's great," and nobody's gonna go and do it. So when I remember last year, the last time I told a client, this was last year, I had a meeting with them. I said, I'm gonna do something with my brand. The same things I'm telling you now, I'm gonna do them. And you will see, I'm not gonna send you information where you can find stuff. It will come to you. And when it comes to you, it's gonna be so big, you wouldn't even believe it. But it's because I wanna show you that this shit I've been telling you works. And the only way I can show you is if I do it myself. And when I do it, I'm gonna do it so big that, fuck man, let's stop it right there. But it's gonna be big, bro.
So yeah, man, thanks for being on Chooses with 2J. Video that came on late. This video will be on my YouTube in the next, I think, hour or two. I just need to charge my phone, but it will be on. I'll share the link. Yeah. And if there's any other questions they can send through, I'll forward them to Cross. Cross can DM you. And yeah.
Yo, homie here, his name is it Kim Foreign King?
Came for King. Yeah, he's actually my photographer, man. And my videographer.
Oh yeah. Send me some stuff, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, you
What's
want
your
some?
hold on quick. You okay? Come here quick, man. Come here quick.
Oh, this nigga is in the same room as you.
It's not the same room per se, but next door. Cross, man.
Yo, what's good, bro?
Why is this thing low, bro? What's happening, bro? It's good.
Good, man. I see your question there. I was saying, just send me some stuff. Let's see what you have, bro.
Okay, no stress.
Aware.
I got you. I'll
Cool,
send you
man.
some
Uh,
and see what we can do.
yeah, bet.
Yeah.
Send me pictures as well.
All right, no stress.
Aware.
Sure,
Sure, guys.
man.
Sure.
Cool.
How do you end this?
Top right end.
Alright.
Yeah, I should end it.
Indeed.
All right.